What if gravity flipped every 12 hours? At first, it might sound like the ultimate thrill ride. Imagine waking up in the morning, sipping your coffee. And then at exactly 9 a.m., gravity suddenly flips. The coffee shoots straight upward, your toe splats against the ceiling, and you follow a second later, screaming all the way. By lunchtime, everyone in the world is living upside down, and by dinner, it all flips back again. Daily life would instantly become chaos. Apartments would need furniture bolted both to the floor and the ceiling. Beds come with safety straps. Otherwise, you'd wake up twice a day by slamming into your own roof. Every household would keep two refrigerators, one on the ground, one upside down, depending on the gravity schedule. Restaurants would install double dining rooms. Ceiling seating now open, pets would panic. Cats would finally admit they're not always in control. Cities would adapt in absurd ways. Roads would exist on both the ground and the underside of bridges. Cars would need suction tires to stick during the flip, though. Traffic accidents would be spectacular. 12-hour pileups raining cars like confetti. Public transport would stop pretending. Subway tunnels become sky tunnels every half day. Elevators quit entirely, replaced by gravity chutes, basically holes you fall through at the right time. Architects would proudly design skyscrapers with two tops, mirrored towers that look like someone duplicated the city and flipped it over. Sports would become hilarious. Soccer is now a 4-goal game, with nets on both the floor and ceiling. Basketball becomes impossible because the hoop changes direction mid-shot. The Olympics would feature flip diving. Athletes wait for the exact second gravity reverses, then plummet upward through flaming hoops. Meanwhile, schools would schedule recess at the flip, just so kids can be catapulted into the air like popcorn. Lawsuits skyrocket. But beyond comedy, the real nightmare starts with the oceans and the atmosphere. Every 12 hours, billions of tons of water would slam upward, then crash back down at terminal velocity. Imagine mega-tsunamis the size of continents, roaring across coastlines twice a day. Cities like New York, Tokyo, and London would be obliterated by tidal surges so routine that high tide is replaced by planetary apocalypse. The atmosphere wouldn't be spared either. Air currents would rip upward and downward, creating tornadoes every morning and evening. Airplanes, forget it. At best, they'd be giant ceiling darts. Volcanoes would be just as terrifying. Lava fountains would erupt both up and down, turning the sky into a rain of molten fire. Earthquakes would intensify as tectonic plates lurch violently when the planet's mass gets yanked in opposite directions. Mountains would collapse, deserts would levitate, and forests would rain trees twice a day like explosive fireworks. And satellites, they'd be shredded instantly by geysers of seawater blasting into orbit. Civilization wouldn't last long. Humanity might try desperate engineering hacks, giant seatbelt cities, suction boots for everyone, or bunkers suspended exactly at the flip point where gravity cancels out. But even if people survived, infrastructure wouldn't. Bridges would tear in half. Dams would explode, and power plants would collapse into piles of upside-down rubble. The economy would collapse on day one, replaced by chaos and screaming. So what's the final verdict? If gravity flipped every 12 hours, life would start as a cosmic joke and end as a planetary scale blender. Civilization wouldn't die from war or famine, but from being smashed against the ceiling twice a day, until nothing remained but rubble, ocean spray, and very dizzy cockroaches. The only true winners would be them cockroaches with suction cup feet, ruling both the floor and ceiling in eternal smugness. On the plus side, at least no one would ever complain about Mondays again because every day would be a disaster.